Now, sir, may I suggest that if we were to move the site of the emplacement from there over to here, we would have exactly the same field of fire, and that building could be left intact.
I don't know why the hell I listened to you, Richter.
Herr General, I don't know who or what we may have to bombard from this emplacement, but I do know that I shall be bombarded with protests if we blow up that building to make way for a gun.
Why take any notice?
With respect, sir, unless the destruction of their buildings is a military necessity, why not?
Very well. This is a perfectly good place for it. See to it.
But, Herr General...
See to it.
There goes the master race. I read today that my comrades have surrounded their 6th Army at Stalingrad. They'll bomb them, shell them, freeze them and starve them.
That doesn't help us much. Not here.
It helps me, comrade.
All right. You can fill it in now. You heard? Fill it in.
Fill it in? What have we been digging it for?
Oh, you scum! You do as you're damn well told. Fill it in. You lazy swine.
Leave it alone!
What? Scum.
I'll kill you for this, Kamarowski. Run for it, friend!
This authority will enable you to order drugs direct from this firm in Hamburg. Does that satisfy you?
I have no complaints about that, thank you, Major.
You'll have to pay in sterling or French francs, of course. Occupation marks will not do.
Oh, that can be arranged.
Good. Well, let's just hope the RAF doesn't bomb these peaceful manufacturers of life-saving drugs.
I never thought of that. Is it true that the RAF has been rather active over Germany in recent months?
You hear the news?
With no radio? No. I hear rumours, that's all.
Such as?
Oh, the Americans have landed in North Africa. The British have pushed Rommel back into Tunisia. The Russians have surrounded one of your armies in Stalingrad. Is there any truth in them, Major?
We've had a few setbacks. That's only to be expected. After all, you British have had nothing but setbacks ever since the war began.
Yes, we do seem to lose every battle but the last. Unfortunate habit for us as well as for our enemies, I suppose.
The war is a long way yet from being won or lost.
How long, Major?
Good morning, Doctor.
Morning.
I have some good news for you. I've just rescued one of your buildings from destruction.
At Cherbourg?
That's right.
Well, how did you manage it?
I suggested an alternative site for the gun emplacement. The Herr General actually listened. I think that deserves a drink, Ernst, don't you?
Why not?
You join us, Doctor. A glass of schnapps?
This is the first time you've offered me a drink in 2.5 years.
My victories over General Miller are much harder to achieve than yours over me, Doctor. And therefore call for celebration.
Well, as I've had rather successful morning here, I'm only too happy to join you.
Pleased to hear it. Now,
Thank you.
what should we drink to?
The next 2.5 years?
You're not looking forward to that, surely?
No.
Well, neither am I. Prost.
Prost. Cheers.
No, please. Please, the Germans are after me. Do not be frightened. I mean you no harm.
Are you all right? I mean, are you hurt?
Please. Please.
Come on. Sit down. Mum and Dad will be...
Better keep away.
What's wrong with you?
I stink. Do you not notice? I'm ashamed to enter a decent house in such a filthy state.
You're one of those tort workers.
They treat us like animals. Worse. So please excuse me.
You look half starved. Would you like a bowl of soup? There's some ready.
Please. You're very kind.
Where'd you come from?
Moscow.
You're Russian.
I'm very Russian. My name is Kirill Nikolaevich Komorowski. And yours?
Jenny. Jenny Glover. You speak very good English.
I was a student of English at Moscow University until the Germans invaded my country. I was a reservist in the Red Army, a corporal. Then I was called up. A year ago, I was taken prisoner only a few miles from my home. Excuse me, I'm very hungry.
So they brought you here as a prisoner of war?
Not as a prisoner of war, as a slave.
That's terrible.
They are very terrible people.
They've not been too bad to us. They've been quite decent and polite on the whole.
They still respect the English, but only the English, no other people.
What will they do if they catch you?
They have a place where they deal with us. It is called paradise. A German joke, perhaps.
What happens there?
If you're very lucky, you're beaten to death.
Do you know anything about this man?
He was taken prisoner outside Moscow, Herr Oberleutnant. He is known as a troublemaker, a dedicated Bolshevik.
Most of them are, aren't they?
Well, most of them are just ignorant peasants, but this one is well educated, and he is a Communist Party member.
And yet he's only a corporal. That's unusual. Red Army political officers, for example, have at least the rank of colonel.
We must ask him why, when we catch him.
You must let me question him, Kluger.
Ah, you speak Russian.
No? Do you?
Apparently this man can speak German and English and French. As I said, Herr Oberleutnant, he is well educated for a Russian.
Then I can talk to him. You are searching for him, Kluger?
We'll turn over a few likely houses in the immediate area. I don't have the men to search the whole island.
You need any help?
Thank you, no. We can't have gone far, and possibly we might hear something.
So might I. What happened to the guard?
He's in hospital.
I don't like Bolsheviks, Fellner. This one must not get away.
Would you like some more?
Go on. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Are you feeling all right, son?
I've not eaten a proper meal for so long. I think maybe
He's feverish.
I'll be all right.
I think you better lie down.
I'll go and fix him up a safe place in the barn.
You can't put him out there. He's not well.
But the Germans are looking for him.
So? Do we put a sick, starving man out in this weather?
You're right. We can't do that.
I do not want to get you into trouble.
You let us worry about that. Jenny, you take this young man up to Tommy's room, make up the bed, let him lie down for a while.
Yes, Mum. Come on, Kirill, this way.
Alice, he can't stay here. It's too dangerous.
You heard him say what they do to him?
Yes.
Huh? You believe him?
No, I believe him. If they catch him here, they'll still do it. And what they do to us.
Only a lad. Same age as our Tommy was.
I knew you were thinking about Tom.
Never stopped thinking about him. If he'd survived, French people would have helped him. That's what I mean.
Yes, I think they would.
Well, then we should help this poor boy.
Just a minute. Shh. What? I've got it. Al-Valedel. The Russians are continuing to make progress, particularly to the southwest of Stalingrad. Allied air forces have made extensive bombing raids on Axis ports and bases in the central Mediterranean. 2 Japanese destroyers hit and set on fire by flying fortresses.
Oh, that's very good news.
Blast! Lost it.
Things are looking up. Do you think we shall open the second front soon?
Well, not in the winter, maybe in the spring.
The Russians have been clamouring for a second front for months now. They seem to be doing all right without one.
Yeah, that must worry the Germans.
You think so?
Damn! Nearly got it that time. Yes, of course they're worried.
Good. About time.
Actually, they were quite nice to me this morning. Wicker actually gave me a drink.
Oh, I shouldn't let that out.
Do you think I'm naive?
Yes.
Hello, yes, Dr. Martell. Ah. Oh, what's the trouble? Yes, I'm sorry. Well, Mrs. Glover, I can probably be there in about an hour. All right. About an hour then. Bye-bye.
Which Mrs. Glover was that?
Alice Glover.
The one whose son's just been killed in the air force?
Yes.
Poor woman. What's the matter with her?
Well?
I said, what's the matter with her?
Oh, it's not her, no. Somebody staying with her has been taken ill or something.
Chicken's fed, Dad. Oh, we got 2 eggs.
Well, only 2. They're not worth their feed.
Is Dr. Martell still upstairs?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dad.
What for?
Well, I feel I'm responsible for all this trouble.
Oh, don't be silly, girl. You had to invite him in, and we've got to find a place for him, that's all. How is he, Doctor?
Well, let's just say the brutes responsible for his condition ought to be shot. He's a mass of bruises from beatings, he tells me. I think he has 2 cracked ribs, and he certainly has pneumonia. He's also severely undernourished, but he is young, and I think he should pull through. I'm putting him on sulfanilamide, which should knock out the pneumonia in a few days.
A few days?
Yes. Yes, I don't know how hard the felt polizei are looking for him at the moment. On my way here, I saw them surrounding a house above Petit Port.
That's over a mile away.
Yes. So one doesn't know how long it might be before they get here, but one can never be too sure.
Well, there is a place I could hide him in an emergency.
Where?
Right, in the chimney. There's an iron plate that goes across now. It blocks off the chimney. If you slide it back, there's 2 ledges there. It's big enough for somebody to stand on. It's where I keep my wireless.
You can't stick a sick man up a chimney.
You might have to, Mrs. Glover. Otherwise, he'll end up dead, and you'll end up in a French jail. We're all running the same risks, you know.
It's nothing compared to what our Tommy risked and lost.
And we're saving a life.
Yes, you certainly are, Dan. The way that young man has been treated, it's barbaric.
And he's just one of hundreds of the poor devils on this island.
Oh, yes, we're very privileged and complacent and blind. Thanks, Jenny. No, if the tot workers were dogs or horses, there'd have been a public outcry before now. I'm going to see if I can't try to do something about it. In the meantime, I'll be back to see how he is tomorrow.
We searched every house and outbuilding in the immediate area. 53 houses in all. And we've found nothing. That has taken 5 days. With the men at my disposal, it would take a whole year to search the entire island. So, Fellner.
You want information, Herr Oberleutnant?
Good information. I only have 2 or 3 men with real detective police experience. You're one of them. I'm counting on you, Fellner.
The trouble with being a detective in the army, Herr Oberleutnant, is,
You want to buy information?
Oh, a bit here, a bit there, perhaps. But I need to spend money in public houses. They're very good places to pick up information, but I get no allowance for this.
You're expected to command information, Fellner.
That is army style, Herr Oberleutnant, not mine, not yours. You know army style doesn't work.
All right. I'll get you 100 marks from petty cash. But you will account for every penny of it.
Still hunting the Bolshevik, Kluger?
Don't worry, we'll find him.
I think you need some assistance. I will organize it for you.
Fellner, find this man for me, huh?
Oh, so you mean to say you are indifferent to the plight of these wretched people, Colonel?
Alas, Doctor, it is not my province.
Yes, but you see them all over the island in the same way that we do. Dressed all in rags, no proper boots. I've even seen them shuffling about, some of them with bits of motor car tar tied to their feet with pieces of string. They get beaten, they get starved. We wouldn't treat dogs like that, Colonel. It's barbaric.
I'm prepared to listen to complaints on behalf of your own people, but the tote workers are not my concern. Neither are they yours.
They're all criminals, Dr. Martel.
They are perfectly ordinary people from all over Europe who have been forced into slave labor.
They have all committed offenses.
What?
We make them work, rather than keep them idle in prison.
And now that is perfectly untrue, and you know it. Some of them were even Russian prisoners. Is that how you treat prisoners of war?
The Soviets, Doctor, have not signed the Geneva Convention.
Oh, so that makes it all right, does it?
May one ask what has prompted this sudden concern?
Sudden concern? This is a matter for continuing concern.
Unfortunately, it is not a matter that we may discuss, especially at this time.
Oh, for goodness sake, Colonel, these people come to us begging us for our food at any time.
I meant because now is inopportune. We are awaiting the arrival of the Commander-in-Chief.
Which event does not greatly abate their hunger.
You are not allowed to give them food, Doctor. Tell them so.
Oh, for God's sake, we've given them food. I've given them food. I've even given them medical treatment because they get none of it in your camps.
Then I advise you not to do it again.
Thank you. If I needed proof of what this war is being fought for, I have it now.
And if I needed proof, Doctor, of British hypocrisy and humbug, I have it now, too. You weep your crocodile tears over the dregs of Europe while your bombing planes are butchering men and children.
Dr. Martel, if you please! Doctor, there is nothing that you or I can do about the tote workers. Come in. Hey, General.
Morning, Oberst. Ready to go?
General.
I believe you know Dr. Martel, sir, the Emergency Controlling Committee.
Yes, I do. Good morning, Doctor.
The doctor was just leaving.
I would like to take this opportunity to speak to the General.
I think not, Doctor.
What is it you wish to say, Doctor?
I'd like to protest about the harsh, disgraceful treatment given to the tote workers.
Protest?
Yes.
As I understand it, you were appointed on behalf of the British citizens of Guernsey.
Yes, that is strictly true,
The workers
General.
of the organisation Tote are not British citizens and therefore clearly not your concern.
But they are human beings.
Indeed. Indeed. One of these same human beings last week assaulted his guard. The man died this morning. And you wish to bleat to me about the Tote workers? They are lazy criminal scum.
Looking for Germans. You know, I've been practicing. From here, I can get into the fireplace in only 9 seconds. From my room, it takes me only 30 seconds. Not bad, eh?
Oh, very good.
I've read all those books.
Well, you got them yesterday.
I read very quickly. Could you get me some more, Jenny? I have a list here.
For whom the bell tolls. I think I've heard of that one. Are these two French?
Yes. They must have French books in Guernsey libraries.
Oh, yeah. Well, not that I can read it. You do?
Yes. I speak French and German.
Oh, you must be very clever.
Yes, but where has it got me? A slave labour camp.
You're free now.
Only inside this house.
Do you mind being shut in here?
It's wonderful. And I am very grateful.
You might have to stay for a long time. I don't suppose you'd like that.
I wouldn't mind. You're good, kind people.
I like having you here. Makes us feel as though we're doing something. There's not a lot we can do here, you know.
No. Particularly when the Germans are nice to you.
Can't help that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny. I have offended you? Please. Please. Forgive me.
That's all right. You've had a terrible time. We haven't.
Do you know, you are the first girl that I have spoken to for more than a year.
I don't see many boys. Nearly all the ones I know went to England when the Germans came.
Who's got some mackerel?
Lucky we raised so much of our own food, Carol.
Yes, I am very lucky.
I wouldn't talk too soon if I were you,
Oh,
son.
why worry the lad, Dan?
No, he's got to be told.
Well, what is it, Mr. Glover?
The guard that you hit, he died.
He died?
Well, it's not very Christian to rejoice at another man's death.
Well, it's one cruel fascist the less, Mr. Glover.
Yes. Well, maybe. The Germans are out looking for you in force now.
I will go somewhere else.
No.
We'll look after you, son.
And the Feldpolizei will take this area, and the 319 Regiment troops this area here.
I do not have much faith in the army's ability to search a house properly.
General Muller insists on helping us, Filner. General Muller is not best pleased if we've not yet found the man.
But why waste resources like this? The man cannot get away.
If General Muller details 100 men to help with the search, then who am I to complain? Besides, they may even find him.
These army methods. Always a show of force. Lots of bully boys looking busy and thinking they are efficient. They should try using their brains. Now, on second thoughts, that might really land them in trouble.
Have you been using your brains, Fellner?
Yes, Herr Oberleutnant.
And spending my money, no doubt.
I have expended some 65 marks of it so far.
65 marks? Are you telling me you've got through 65 marks of my petty cash? You'd better have something good to show for it.
Not all of it was spent in pubs and bars, Herr Oberleutnant, and I have been keeping accounts. 35 marks of it went on food for tot workers.
Did it?
If you want to get information from them, the quickest way of doing it is with a quarter pound of butter, a bag of potatoes. Offer one of them a small joint of meat, and he would sell you his grandmother. Should one need his grandmother, of course. I did, however, learn a great deal about Kamarowski.
Did you learn where to find him?
I learned, for example, that his father is a general in the Russian army. This General Kamarowski commands an armored corps in southern Russia, which has been in action lately around Stalingrad.
Who else knows about this?
Yes, you, me, and a couple of his Russian pals.
Let's keep it like that, huh? Above all, don't tell the Sturmbannführer.
Of course not. After all, it was our petty cash that bought that titbit.
Are you hinting you want more money?
Oh, that's up to you.
Oh, Fellner. When I was an inspector in Hamburg, I heard all about you Berlin detectives. You made more money in 1 month in bribes than I made honestly in a year.
That is a gross exaggeration, Herr Oberleutnant.
But you're feeling the pinch, huh?
Well, I must admit that army service is a financial embarrassment.
Serves you right. Well, what good ideas have you got for finding this Kamarowski?
Well, I know a lot about him. He's intelligent. He reads books when he can get them. He likes girls when he can get them. He will be talked about.
All right. You're a good detective, Phil. Find this man for me. For me, you understand? You won't regret it.
I think we understand each other, Herr Oberleutnant.
Fellner, if you want me later in the day, I'll be with the search parties. Probably at the house of Peter Portis.
this search going on much longer, Mr. Reinecker? I do need some privacy to examine my patient, Mrs. Porteous.
It should be over very soon. My apologies for inconveniencing you, Frau Porteous. I presume you're looking for this escaped tote worker. You know something about him, Herr Porteous?
No more than you do. May I answer the door?
Certainly.
Oh, no.
Mrs. Porteous, I'm afraid that we must search your house.
Your left hand appears not to know what your right hand is doing. Or is it the other way round?
Your men are searching these premises, Sturmbannführer?
They are.
The search is completed, Herr Sturmbannführer. We have found nothing.
All the men in outside?
Yes, Herr Sturmbannführer.
These searches are being coordinated by the Feldpolizei, Sturmbannführer. You should have informed me.
There has been some mistake, Oberleutnant. I'm sorry. However, the job has been done most thoroughly. Frau Porteous.
Does German efficiency now require you to make a further search, Mr. Kluger?
It will not be necessary, Herr Doctor.
It's lovely to see them making such fools of themselves.
Yeah, they're looking in the wrong place by at least 4 miles.
Thank you.
Back already? I'm borrowing them for a friend who's staying. He reads very quickly.
Why don't you get him to join?
I'll suggest that to him. Oh, he gave me a list of books he wants.
For whom the bell tolls. We did have a copy. Germans confiscated it. Think we've got these 2 French ones. Your friend certainly has good literary taste.
Yes. Who's that man?
He's been here for hours. He came in smelling of drink.
He was staring at me.
Take no notice of him. There we are.
Now, shall I keep the list? Then I can put aside 3 more for you for next time. Oh, yes, please. Thank you very much, Miss Jones. Bye.
Goodbye, Jenny.
That list, I would like to see it, please.
Why? Who are you?
Felt Gendarmerie. The list, please. That young lady. I would like her name and address.
I don't know her address.
You'll find it on her library tickets, Fräulein.
I'm not quite sure what your complaint is, Otto.
He made a fool of me, Herr Oberst.
I shall make it plain to Reinecker that he's to carry out no further searches without first informing you, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Ah, how's your own search progressing?
My Feldwebel tells me he's got some sort of lead on him.
Good, good.
He's also found something out about Kamarowski, which I think you ought to know.
Oh, what's that?
His father commands a Soviet armored corps. General Kamarowski.
Does he indeed? Well, that makes Kamarowski a very important prisoner. Are our own intelligence people not aware of this?
It seems not, Herr Oberst. The only people who know about it are you and me and Feldwebel Fellner.
Mustn't get too fond of
I'm
him.
not.
He's nice looking and clever. That's not everything.
What do you mean?
Well, he's not like us, Jenny. He's a communist and an
Oh,
atheist.
don't blame him.
Jenny.
When you think why he's had to suffer, well, his people are suffering.
But that's not the point, love.
It is! Oh, you don't understand him one bit, or me.
I think we do, love.
Where's the lad?
He's upstairs reading.
Oh, what's the matter with her?
I've been having a talk with her.
Oh.
Well, you asked me to.
Well, it doesn't seem to have done much good, does it? Well, Yes? Yeah. Yes, I understand. Thank you for letting me know. Miss Jones, the librarian. A German policeman's been asking after Jenny.
Hello, Dr. Martell's house.
Can I speak to the doctor, please?
I'm sorry he's not in at the moment, but he won't be very long. Can I tell him anything?
Will you tell him Dan Glover rang?
Mm-hmm.
We've got an emergency here. You'll know what I mean.
An emergency? Yes, I'll make sure that he knows just as soon as he gets in.
I think some urgent action is required.
I'm sure he will understand, Mr. Glover. Goodbye.
I found these library books in a bedroom. Not your room, not your parents'. So, where is your visitor?
We haven't got a visitor.
You told the librarian you had a friend staying.
I don't remember saying that.
I remember you saying it. Right, down for me in my little book. For whom the bell tolls.
What?
Write the words, Fräulein. You obviously didn't write this library list, did you? Who did?
Who wrote the list, Fräulein? Well, we haven't searched this room yet, have we?
There's a metal cover here.
Yeah, it seals out the draft.
Open it.
Yours, Mr. Glover?
Yes.
It's illegal.
The battery's been dead long since.
It's still illegal. You're under arrest.
Where is your visitor?
Leave her alone! Alice! I can see there's no one else here. Why can't you leave her alone?
Alice!
You've killed my son and you're taking my husband. Why can't you leave her alone?
You are also under arrest. Take them away. You too, Feldwebel.
Okay, Oberlein.
Leave us, please. Now, Fräulein, if you told us, it could help your parents. So be it.
It's all right, Mother. It's only Dr. Martell.
I've been teaching Kirill to play gin rummy. He's beating me at it.
Yes, where is he?
He went upstairs. What shall I call him?
Please.
Kirill!
He's a very talented young man.
Really?
Ah, Dr. Martel.
Dan and Alice Glover were arrested last night.
That's terrible. It's because of me.
No, don't blame yourself. It's just bad luck, that's all.
And Jenny, what of her?
Oh, she's all right. She's with her aunt.
What now?
Not really much alternative, is it?
Kirill has to stay here.
But you said one night.
Yes, I do know that. That was while the Glover's house was being searched. But now, look, you've been searched already. I don't think there's any chance at all of it happening
It's
again.
not the risk I'm worried about. I'm out on the farm all day. Mother's here on her own.
I can go perfectly well, thank you, Peter.
All right.
I'm sorry to be such a nuisance. To be endangering good people.
You're not a nuisance. You're an allied soldier, and it's our duty to help you. It's my pleasure. Your deal, Kirill.
The Glovers still claim to know nothing about any visitor. I'm sure they were hiding him.
It's him I want, Felner, not the Glovers. We can deal with them anytime. I want a 24-hour surveillance put on that girl until further notice. She might try to contact him, or he might try to contact her. See to it!
Herr Oberleutnant.
The Germans won't let me see them. That's awful. I don't know what's happening to them.
You could speak to Richter, Philip, couldn't you?
Yes, of course.
Try to make them confess to hiding Kirill.
Oh, no, your parents aren't going to confess to anything. You know them, Jenny.
You don't know what the Germans might do to them.
If the Germans were going to try to force a confession out of them, they'd have done it by now, and I wouldn't be here. I'd be in jail along with them.
Is Kirill safe now?
Yes, reasonably so.
Where is he?
I think it's better you don't know that.
Will you be seeing him soon?
I expect so.
Can you give him this letter for me?
Jenny, I really think it's going to be better for you to forget that young
Please,
man.
Dr. Martel.
It can't do any harm, Philip, surely.
All right. And I'll certainly find out what I can about your parents.
Thank you, Dr. Martel. Goodbye, Mrs. Martel. Goodbye, Jane.
Poor girl, she's fallen for the young man.
Yes, well, let's just hope it's not mutual. There's quite enough trouble as it is.
Was it bad news, Kirill?
She's unhappy, that's all.
And at that age, one can be very, very unhappy.
Yes.
You must forget her, Kirill. For her sake.
Yes.
How old are you? 24?
And 1 month.
Oh, what a terrible start to life you've had.
I'm lucky, Mrs. Porteous. I have survived.
What'll happen to you now, I wonder?
I must get back to Russia somehow or
No,
other.
that's impossible.
I just cannot sit the war out here. It's asking too much of you people.
It's asking nothing.
No. We're doing damn all.
I don't see how supper's getting on.
I'll give you a hand in a minute.
Oh, thanks, Peter.
Well, it's not the peak of perfection, but it won't spoil your palate either.
I never criticize anything there is to eat or drink.
No, I don't suppose you do. Cheers.
Peter, how do I escape from here? To England, perhaps?
Direct to England? Not a chance. I've tried it.
But there must be some way.
Dr. Martel gave you some false papers, didn't he?
Yes. I'm a Frenchman now.
Well, in that case, your only hope will be to smuggle yourself aboard one of the supply ships for France. Then, take your chance with the French resistance.
How do I get on the ship?
Well, there is a bar down by the harbour where such things can sometimes be arranged.
Can you take me there?
Yes, but not yet. You're too hot.
I must get away! Feel they are bound to catch me if I stay?
It's too dangerous at the moment.
It would be risky for you.
Yes, of course. The Germans have already jailed me once. Next time.
I understand.
But there is also my mother to consider.
Tell me, where is St. Anne?
About a mile up the road. Why, do you know someone there?
What time is the...
Supper, such as it is ready for us.
Then we are ready for it. Kirill? He's not here.
Oh! Stop! Hey, you, halt!
This is very good. It looks genuine. Not even a forgery. Where did you get it? You are not Michel Clement, electrician. You are Kamarovsky. We have your tote organization identity card here now. Tell me, who gave you these papers? And where have you been hiding for the last 3 weeks?
Very well. I am K.N. Kamarovsky, Corporal, 103rd Tank Regiment, and my number is 1109238. I am a prisoner of war, and that is all I'm obliged to tell you.
You are not a prisoner of war. You're a Bolshevik and a murderer. Now tell me, who gave you this card? Where did you get these clothes?
I have said all that I have to say.
You will answer my questions. Carry on, Ferdinand. I found this. The damn fool's gone to see that girl.
Jenny, but she's with her aunt.
Yes, in St. Anne. That's where the idiot's gone. Says he'll be back by curfew.
How irresponsible. If he should be caught.
Well, it's just have to hope they believe those false papers.
And if they don't, what then?
Not if he talks. If they make him talk. I'd better warn the Martells.
Why the hell wasn't I told? That's a question, Fellner.
The orderly office had instructions to inform the Sturmbannführer if anyone was picked up.
But why him first? That's the question.
The Sturmbannführer ordered it.
Oh, it's intolerable. I won't stand for this damned interference all the time. Where is he?
Who?
Oh, come on!
We will discuss this matter alone, Noble Lieutenant. Because you are professionally chagrined, Oberleutnant, it does not excuse discourtesy, especially in front of an NCO.
I'm sorry, Sturmbannführer.
The prisoner Kamarovsky is being questioned.
My Feldwebel Lang?
Lang is a very persuasive interrogator. He gets results.
So I've heard.
I think he would certainly have got results with those people, Glover was their name, wasn't it? That you had so little success with.
I interrogate people according to the law. I do not beat confessions out of them.
Such niceties in wartime are a luxury, Kluger. Can we afford them?
I can. And I always will. Now, if you please, I would like to see this man, Kamarovsky.
Very well. He's downstairs.
Thank you.
Get up! Get up!
Feldwebel! Lange! Open this door! What are you doing?
The prisoner Kamarovsky is being interrogated, Herr Oberleutnant.
Get the doctor, quick! Get the bloody doctor!
Why weren't you present at the interrogation? You're the officer in charge.
I leave these matters to my NCOs.
Why? To squeamish to supervise it in person?
I resent that, Herr Commandant.
And I resent this man's death, which is entirely your responsibility.
I'm quite prepared to shoulder that. I don't see what all the fuss is about. The man was only a tort worker.
Only a tort worker? Only a Negro, only a Jew. People the SS can murder with impunity.
I must protest at your attitude, Herr Commandant.
To whom? Reichsführer Himmler?
If needs be.
Well, I wish you would. I'm considering protesting to him myself. Kamirovsky was a very important prisoner.
Indeed.
I'm sure the Reichsfuhrer will be delighted to know that you have beaten to death the son of a Russian commander.
Russian commander? I didn't know this. Why wasn't I told?
You amaze me. Does the SS need to be told?
The SS has been kept deliberately in ignorance of this matter.
Nevertheless, you contrived to withhold knowledge of this man's arrest from the Feldgendarmerie.
For several hours, Commandant.
The offence appeared to have political overtones and was therefore a matter for the SS.
Oh, it's political, is it? To resist having a tote guard ram your teeth down your throat with his rifle butt?
Had I received the cooperation to which I am entitled, Kluger, events might have taken a different course. As it is, more will be heard of your general attitude.
As to general attitudes, Herr
Thank you, Oberleutnant. Allow me to deal with this, please.
Commandant.
If I were in your shoes, Reiniger, which God forbid, I would wish to maintain a more than discreet silence.
That is not possible.
Really? I rather think you may find it is. What effect might it have upon the Russians' treatment of our own prisoners if what befell General Kamirovsky's son were to become known to them? Have you asked yourself that?
Herr Oberst, it is unlikely to become known to them.
I hope you're right, Sturmbannführer. And so I'm sure it is her command.
A rather pensive Reinecker? Have you given him something to think about?
I hope I have, Ernst. I sincerely hope I have. And now I need something to take away the taste. Prost.
Prost.